We'll do that. No, I don't want a companion. All right, guys. So I'm going to do a quick, brief little, these are my thoughts, and then I want to hear your thoughts. So, as you know, we are in a transition month. So there is a ton of stuff from World Tour, which I think everybody here was at World Tour. So that's awesome as well. So I don't have to be like, hey, in case you didn't know. So there's a lot of stuff they dropped. I would make certain we focus on the stuff that's here now, not the stuff like Care Bears, which isn't coming until April. Like, it's great to put out a little sneaky peek to see if you have anybody interested, but I wouldn't be like super focused on it. Like, okay, we know what St. Patrick's Day collection is, but we don't know what St. Patrick's Day is, so why are we even going to focus on it? Like, focus on the stuff that's actually leaving. I was surprised with some of the warmers that are leaving.
I'm so sad about Panorama. I have it. So it's always like, oh, well, what happens if the dish breaks? And then they start, you know,
So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like thankfully they carry the dishes for a long time.
okay.
But it's not like they stopped selling the warmer and they stopped selling the dish. There's dishes on our website for warmers we haven't sold in 5 years.
I was shocked about Nova.
So Nova, I was surprised at. But here's the thing to look at: how many knockoffs are of Nova are you? Have you seen?
Mm.
I mean, Walmart sells a knockoff Nova warmer. So by getting rid of ours, it just makes us stand out more. Plus, it really doesn't go with our new branding.
Yeah.
It doesn't go with our new style. I was surprised by the service and sacrifice one leaving.
Yeah, that
Unless
shocked me.
unless they have plans to maybe come out with something more with the new scheme.
Right.
So
And the
yeah,
fact
and
that
like
this
and like
year,
Tamara said, how many already have? Nova was my first warmer.
I have Nova.
So
And
I think almost all my customers have Nova because that was the warmer I showed the most because it was like the breathtaking, hey, look at it, it's blue. No, no, look, it's a firework. Like that was the one most awe-inspiring warmer. So yeah, I was surprised by some of that. The other thing, and this is where we want to really focus on the scents, like if you've had a chance to look at the fragrance grid for the upcoming catalog, there's a lot of scents that did not come back. Now, something they had shared, which I don't know if they shared it at World Tour, but I can share here that they shared with us during leadership, is that some of the favorited scents will be coming back as limited time offers. So there's going to be like little seasonal things and
well,
stuff
that
mixed
that's
in.
why I was wondering about Christmas Cottage because like Cinnamon Bear, you can use that all year, but Christmas Cottage isn't really something that someone says, I really like Christmas Cottage. I want
So,
it in,
I
July.
mean, you'd be surprised. Some of my customers, let me tell you. But yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. And like this is all new. And I think it's going to be even better to have one base catalog for an entire year and then sprinkle in like what they're doing just with the monthly edit itself is huge to have all that stuff that comes with a theme. It's all new stuff. None, some of the scents might not all be new, but it's a bundle. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff right at the beginning of the month that we can work to pre-order with people for the beginning of that month, which is fantastic. And then all the extra drops and there's stuff they didn't share with us because they
Mhm.
didn't show us the St. Patrick's Day collection. You
yeah,
know, um, I will tell you during leadership, they gave us hints for some upcoming stuff and they didn't announce them. So there's more upcoming stuff that for, collaborations that they didn't share with us because they didn't even cover the hints that they gave us. So,
Well, I missed the first hour because I had to bring Abby to the dent or to the doctor. So I came home, I'm like, oh, okay. And so I was able to see all of the speakers. I was like, oh my God, I missed every single thing.
so they should be sending out the email with the link to rewatch it this week.
Okay,
So,
because I'm seeing all these things about Care Bears and all this other stuff. I'm like, I don't know what any of this is about.
so yeah, well, you will be able to watch it and I'll let you, I mean, obviously you're seeing it, but I'll let you get it yourself because I know you don't like to have sneak peeks. So, But so back to our brainstorming. How are we working this month? Now, 200 PRV for the next 2 months is active.
So
We really, 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 really want to, for those of us that are leaders and have teams, try to get our teams to get active because company wide, not just our team, but I can speak for our team because I've seen it. When they changed from 200 to 250, our
oh,
active frontline
mhm.
dropped drastically, and that's across the board. And everybody in the meeting was like, "Oh, for extra 50 PRV, it's that easy."
It's not.
Obviously, it's not. And
I had like mine, I was looking like 194 and figure if it was 200, you say, "Oh, well you only need $7." Well, $7 is really easy, but now when it was 250, it's like, "Well, now you need $47 or whatever it is." And it's
so,
hard.
well, exactly. And like, the annual sales bonus for 2,500 PRV a month, the whole mindset behind that was 12 months of 2,500 is 30,000 PRV. If you do that every month, you'll hit annual sales. The logic is there. I will tell you, I was hitting 2,000 PRV religiously and then some until they changed it to 2,500. They changed it to 2,500 in March. I didn't hit the monthly sales bonus until September. And I
Mm.
was doing 6,000, 4,000, 3,000 easily before that. So it's something with the mindset that's like, okay, it was only 500 PRV, but and I was already doing it. Why is it so hard now? And of course, we went through life, loss, grief, lots of stuff that we went through all individually and together as a team, and the world. So there's a lot of different parameters. So they listen to us. That's one of the things that's really cool about Scentsy is directors, superstar directors have brought this to them many a times. They can see it in the numbers. Like I said, drastically, I see it in our numbers. So if this is something that works and they can see a massive amount of people are actually getting active at 200, they will likely reinstate that back as the minimum for 200 for active, which is, I think, a great thing because right now we need that. I mean, more than anything. So, how are we going to do that? And I shared earlier or yesterday or whatever, you know, 200 PRV is 50 PRV a week. There's 4 weeks in a month. So, and giving different ideas, two whiff boxes is over 50 PRV. Three fragrance flowers and a pack of scent circles is over 50 PRV. It also can be broken down into gifts. You'd have to do that one this week because you want to get it in time for Valentine's Day, which is next weekend. So, there's different ways to think about it. And, I've always told you guys, break the numbers down into products because it's easier to swallow when you break it down into products instead of looking at a PRV number, which doesn't mean it's a lot easier to be like, oh, 50 PRV, that's just two whiff boxes. Like I've already sold two whiff boxes. So that was super easy. Done. And all of that. And like Tamara had mentioned in the thing, like having a challenge. You guys can always say, I challenged you to do this or that. Some people work really well with the I was challenged to do this, I was challenged to do that. Some people it doesn't. Some people it gets old. Sometimes it's something you just want to use now and then. Because if you're always challenged, then it's kind of like, huh, okay, here we go again. What's she need this week? So I would use it sparingly, but sometimes using that I have a goal is better than I've been challenged just because it's different. People like to help, but if you're always looking for the help, it's different. It makes it difficult. I would try to so yeah, you and a teammate are challenging, like go head to head, like pair up with each other. Go on to each other's Facebook pages and be like, "Hey, I challenge you to do this." I used to do that with you guys back in the day. Tamara, Jacinta, you guys probably both remember when I would go on your posts and on your Facebook pages and be like, "I challenge you to sell 3 fragrance flowers." And so that your people see it. I mean, so that's thing. And for some people it worked, for some it didn't. Um, it all depends. Like there's no rhyme nor reason to how anything works. It just does or it doesn't. I would say definitely get into people's emails, get into people's text messages. Like, don't be afraid to because you just gotta. And your people, only about 3% of your people see your actual Facebook posts. And that's only if Facebook shows it to them. So, like, if you post just once a day, the likelihood of anybody actually seeing your post is very slim. So, the more you post, which sometimes it's like, oh my God, like, there are other Scentsy consultants that I'm friends with that I see them post, I swear, every hour.
Hmm.
And you're like, oh my God, like, but one, I also know they're getting the numbers that they're looking for. And two, if I'm seeing their post every hour, who else is seeing their post every hour? So, and that's just it. And, you know, exactly, Tamara. So I should, once they did the Whiff Box Live on the 31st, I dropped in my VIP group that I knew what was in it. It's gonna sell out. Now, is it gonna sell out? Most likely. Probably not this week, but it's gonna sell out. It's also very themed. Like after this next week or so, people aren't gonna really care about a heart warmer. Um, I mean, it's cute. It'll go for lots more than that. But sharing that, so I shared that in my VIP group, and of course, some people were like, "Oh, do you know what's in it?" And then I immediately, so let me scroll back a little bit. All of you have been here for a while, even you, Teresa. You've been here for a little while. I spent last month or December, I don't remember which, but I created a form on my website. Now, I'm not saying everybody go out and get your own website. I pay for my own website. I've created my own website. Not saying to do it, but you can do this with Google Forms. You could do it with Jotform. You could do it with whatever. I made a customer preference update form, and I can send you guys or share the link of what I asked on my form so that I can know what my customers want. Do they want to be sent text message? Do they want to be sent emails? Do they want to get a weekly newsletter? Do they want a monthly newsletter? Do they only want to know when something outrageous is being made? So, like, my form is really intricate and automated tags to everybody that went to Project Broadcast, blah, 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 all this stuff. But you don't have to do it that way. I'm not saying, you know, trust me, I'm so overwhelmed that it's crazy, but I'm working through it. But to know what your customers want is a huge deal. Like, who likes Disney? Who likes gift boxes? Who likes mystery boxes? So, one of my questions was if people liked mystery boxes, what products do they use? Do they like? Are they interested in? And I sent out an email and a text message to everybody who said they liked mystery boxes. Because a whiff box is a mystery box until you know what's in it. It's not necessarily my mystery boxes. And I got two people who asked me immediately what was in it. And one person said she's going to order it. The other person said, I want to know what's in it. I told her what was in it. She said, I want two. She bought two right then. And because of my email or my text message for her. Like, I normally don't, I have a really hard time getting into people's text messages and all that because I feel like it's invasive. But they told me they want it. They said, text me. I want to know everything. Okay, you're getting a text about everything. Like, that's how it works. So, but because you did that, like, I posted it on my VIP page. Nobody commented on it there. But because I was in their face about it, same thing with like, I'm being very mindful. My VIP page, if you're in it, you'll be noticing that I'm not just sharing my engagement posts in the morning and that's it, because that's what I have been doing. Now I actually have scheduled posts going in there every afternoon as well. I scheduled about the clearance update. Somebody looked at it, sent me a message and said, "Hey, can you grab this for me?" Absolutely, because they happened to be scrolling and saw it and all of that. Again, to remind your people to check their notifications. Same thing with you guys on our team page. Make certain your notifications are where they need to be because if not, that's how you miss everything. And Facebook likes to show us stuff 5 days after it happens. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like people are talking about the snow that's coming. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, it already came. Like, so it's the craziness and like, so we have to keep that in mind is that the algorithm, if it's messed up for us, it's messed up for those people too. So keep sharing the stuff, break down the discontinued list. And somebody made this like the old discontinued list, like Scentsy used to give to us. Somebody made this. I'll post it on our team page for those of you who don't have it already. Um, Somebody also posted just today, they made a very nice printout for the monthly edit for March. I'll share that on the team page too for those of you that want to print stuff because I tried printing the PDF thing
Oh, you
and
mean
it
this? The thing
so
that's so I printed this is the one on the it was in the news. It's God, what is it? 12 pages and it lists every single thing. So like it says the first one, alabaster warmer, and then it tells you what the thing is. So what I did was I went through and I circled the ones that are the bar because then I know if something like the Alpine Escape, I know it's going to be the bar and I know it's going to be this and this and this so that I can go through and do my own because I did see someone posted something with all of what was leaving, but they did it through the chat thing and it doesn't have the Scentsy logo. And I don't know if people were realizing if they're reposting that, then it's out of.
yeah, it's probably, and I would be very careful. It's been made aware that if you're creating graphics with Chat GPT,
Mhm.
um,
They don't do the
it's
logo.
it's fine to do it. However, you need to be very mindful of how out of presence it actually makes the stuff. Like our wax bars are not square. So
Mhm.
it's a
No, I don't know. I don't know how
misrepresentation.
to do any of that. I have it on my phone, but I have no idea how to do it.
So
So I figured something like this is just going through, and even though I didn't have that discontinued, because I'm like, I'm hoping that maybe since you'll be like, hey, it seems that someone
yeah,
has
they're
come out doing it, that since they're going back to doing the little pamphlets in the scent and warmer of the month, because we all missed that.
yeah, but you only get 36.
It doesn't matter. That's still better than zero.
I mean, I'm still printing them because I send out 150 a month.
I have not done
So
I haven't, I've kind of,
so
since I've,
36 is like
but 36 is better than zero.
so
That's how I look at it. It's better than
I
zero.
mean it
I
is,
ha I don't
but
have color. I don't have color in my printer, so.
so yeah, I mean it's whatever works best with you and your budget is exactly how it works. So I mean I getting the scent and warm of the month is great, except for I have to remember to go back and order the rest of the brochures for everybody else. And if I don't,
I have not done
then
any of what I used to
of
do
that.
because it doesn't work for me anymore.
So,
So what I did actually, when I had gotten, they had that the mystery stuff in Consultant. I had gotten like a cajillion of these
hmm
because
Right.
I'm like I have like 5 packs. So what I did was I made this. So it was scent of the month, and then I did, well, this one obviously is back in September, October, November.
hmm
And then looking forward to the new scents, like the Cocoa Cashmere, thank God, is in it. I just love that scent. So now I have all of these extra stickers from the certain scents of the month because I believe there was like 3 that are now in the catalog for next year.
hmm
And I went through all of my stickers because I save a whole bunch of them. And then I figure I can, you know, once I get catalogs towards the end of the month, see who would like a catalog, do that same kind of setup of doing, these are ones. Because I mean, obviously, like Cinnamon Bear is now. Everyone knows Cinnamon Bear, but then some of the scent of the months that are now in the catalog.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm doing is I pulled out all my stickers and I pulled out what's still there and I'm gonna buy other stickers because we have a whole year.
Hmm.
Right.
And not everybody knows what cinnamon bear smells like because they could be very new to Scentsy. So like who cares if you're
Oh,
sending stuff out?
hmm.
So, that's the point is it's a sample. It's a free sample. So to do that, and that's the joy is you get to work whatever works best for you. I'm not mailing catalogs to nobody this year. I don't care who you are. I'm not even mailing one to my mother. She doesn't shop with me anyway. So, but just because the catalogs are now going to require more than one stamp,
Right.
I mail the catalog out to everybody.
Well, see, I always send them like I send the catalog like in one of the because I had bought those Scentsy
Oh,
envelopes
I bought those too.
a cajillion years, so I always make it worth me sending that. But at the same time, I also am starting, it'll be fair season next month. So it's nice that it goes all year. So I don't
Hmm.
have to worry about, oh, wow, now I have like two, like, let's say 20 extra ones and it's the end of the season. It'll go
Yeah.
all year.
We ain't going to talk about how many extra catalogs I have from the catalog that we're about to throw out because I
Well,
bought a whole bunch of them and
I
mailed
mean,
out a whole bunch of them.
well, you
So,
know what? If you lose heat, you can burn them and have some.
oh, I'd have to burn down my house too because I don't have a fireplace.
Well,
Oh,
you can bring
So,
them over to
well,
my
you
burn
come outside.
barrel.
You set up
so
something. How much snow do you have?
not that much.
Oh, you want some of ours? Because we got
Nope.
24 and a half on
Holy
So,
top
moly.
of the 12 that we had.
so
Oh my
nope, I'm going to
lord.
Hawaii. I don't need
Yeah,
no more of that junk.
that's
Sorry.
right. Sand and sun and
Sorry.
surf.
So
Sand
anyway,
and
so
sun.
speaking of going to Hawaii, one of the things that I'm doing as part of our brainstorm is mystery bags. Some people love them, some people don't. I'm milking it for all that I can because I'm going to Hawaii. So I am going to be doing aloha bags and
Cool.
trying to see who wants to go, and everybody who orders a bag from me will get something from Hawaii. Granted, I already have postcards from Hawaii, even though I haven't been there yet.
Love
So
it.
because the
I love it.
reality is, I ain't buying nothing in Hawaii because it's gonna cost oodles of dollars. And the mentor that I work with is just like, dude, they sell Hawaii stuff on Amazon.
Hawaii.
Nobody's
I
got
want
to
a
know.
seashell.
I loved
So,
Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii
so,
2 times.
but like,
Amazing.
I mean, I've got 16 days on a ship, so I've got who knows what else is gonna come up in my little brain of mine, but something to go because of course I'm on a ship during the whole transition. I'm on the ship during all these pre-orders. Like I don't even know what the time zone change is gonna be.
Oh boy.
So, you know, I don't know if they will let me take a seashell back onto the cruise ship though.
One.
So,
Yes, they
what do
will.
you want me to do? Stuff it in my bra and hope they don't search me? Like,
One little seashell.
so I don't know. We'll see. I ain't touching no lava though, because I heard
No.
that's bad luck. So
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
asked
you
me to
don't,
bring them home
yeah.
lava rocks. Not doing it. I don't believe
No.
in luck, but we still ain't doing it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
So anyway, so what are some other ideas or things that people have thought that we can do to get through this discontinued list, get through the catalog season, get through the winter blues? Like, what are some things? I did cleaning buckets last month. They actually went over pretty well. Um, I got little foldable bins from Dollar Tree to as my bucket, and I put them in the bottom of a whiff box and put all the stuff on top, and it just shipped it that way because my people are always shipping people, and it always goes to Florida where it costs $20,000 to ship something. So like, nobody's ever local to me for anything. But I just did secret galentines. For those, you could always do a secret leprechaun thing. And so I do a gift swap. So what I do is, so I did it for Halloween, I did the secret Boo Crew. And for Valentine's Day, we do a secret galentines, which even though it's Galentine's, Zachary's always involved in it because I always need an extra body. And I don't want to be the one shopping because I know everybody. So I want other people. So what they do is, so that's the leprechaun thing made me think of you, Tamara. But so what I do is, first of all, I ask who wants to be involved or if anybody has any interest of it. And the way it works is I have a form, which it is a Google form that I use because I didn't make it anywhere else. So I can actually share the form. You could make a copy, see what I do, whatever. But the person decides, okay, so like say Tina wants in, Tina says, I'm going to spend $50 on myself. So she pays me $50 plus tax. Um, Sometimes I have them pay shipping too. I think I had everybody pay like $8 shipping. And they pay me. And then Amy says, well, I'm going to spend $40 on myself. So then they're the only two. So they swapped. And so Tina is going to go find $40 worth of products for Amy based on the questions I asked Amy, which I had ChatGPT help me asking questions like, what kind of products do they like? What's their favorite? What scents are great for them? Which scents are yuck for them? That so you get an idea. And then Tina shops for Amy, Amy shops for Tina, and they have the budget of the other person. But they only spent what they put in. So somebody who wanted to only spend $15 might be picking out $80 worth of stuff for somebody else and the other way around. So it's not like a case of, well, Tina only has $15 and Amy wants $50 worth of stuff, but Tina can't afford it because Tina only has $15. So they've already paid for their stuff. It's just shopping for somebody else, which my people actually love it. I've never had anybody complain. I do because I do know my people. I do it only in my VIP group. So I do know my people. So if Tina were to pick something for Amy that I know Amy's going to be like, oh my God, this is horrible, I will just swap it out. And I don't say whatever. I've done the shopping for some of my people because they were just slackers and didn't do what they were supposed to do. So, and I give them a cutoff that I need your order by this date so that I can order it. And hopefully they get here with all these stupid snowstorms and crap. They get here in time for me to pack them up and ship them out before, and they can get them before Valentine's Day because it kind of defeats the purpose. But my people also are all in North Carolina, so they pretty much know it's been snowing and icing and snowing and icing here. So whatever, people are just getting my happy mail. So that's an idea. So you could always spin it. We could brainstorm if you need a little thing of just, the questions to ask and just make it fun, theme it. And then I just go to the Dollar Tree and I just get little heart things or whatever to toss in there just for a little extra add-on kind of thing. And like sometimes I give them a little wiggle room where they can go over by this much because I'm using host rewards or whatever to help supplement it. Like Zachary didn't pay me for his, I can assure you that. So, and like Zachary, of course, was the only one who went over his budget because, mom's covering it, so no big deal. And he picked out a warmer for the girl. So I'm kind of like, I almost changed it, but I was like, oh, I hope she likes it. But if she doesn't, I'll just work with her somewhere else. But it's like sometimes I wonder. And then what I do is I make up little postcards that I put in it, and part of it is each person leaves 3 hints about themselves that I put in the thing so that they can try to guess who their secret galentine is or their boo crew or who their leprechaun was or whatever. Now, last year at this time, Grandma was in ICU and I did my announcement of who was everybody's secret galentine on my VIP group live. So everybody knew who had each other because I wasn't even thinking. I was just trying to go through the motions of what I have to do because all these people paid me. Now I have to do it. So that was so I did a you're not so secret galentine and put it on there because obviously everybody knew who had everybody. So I've gotten a little bit better about that, but so that's an idea of something that you can try to have fun. Another thing, which was with Happy Mail, which I don't know how many of you do Happy Mail, but I was doing the raffle ticket. I know, Teresa, you do the raffle ticket in the Happy Mail. This time I actually put in a word search with the raffle ticket attached to it. And in order for the raffle ticket to be included in the drawing, they have to send me back a picture of the word search with the raffle ticket on it. So I know to put it in. And it's been an astounding, like, everybody loves it. They like having the activity because again, I mail out between 130 to 160 envelopes a month. So there's that many people going in and I'm doing a drawing and not everybody gets added to, or, the winner doesn't come forward because the winner doesn't ever open my mail. Now I kind of have an idea of who is opening my mail because they're sending me back this thing. So it's kind of a, I was like, okay, and the people feel invested because they're actually doing something to get entered into the raffle because all the people who did not send it back, they're not getting put into the drawing.
Right.
So, and the at first I was like, wow, okay. And these people, they're loving it. And I just did the word search was it just I love Scentsy. Zachary came up with I think 10 words. I did some little free word search thing and then put it on Canva with my instructions that they had to text back a picture of it to this phone number by this date and all that. So next month I'll probably do like a word scramble or whatever chat GPT or whatever program can help me with, like creating a crossword puzzle might be above my brain capacity, but you know, who's to say? I also have a customer who is very eager to help me come up with things, but I'm like, well, if you come up with something, then how do you enter it? That's kind of weird, but okay. But these people that are just supporting me and want to help. So that's an idea of something, an activity to help get your engagement on your mail going. Because at first I'm like, why am I sending out all these envelopes? Is it really an investment? But I'm getting people from a fundraiser that I just did are sending back the thing to me, people that I didn't even really know were paying attention. So that's kind of like a, okay, now I know who's getting my mail, who's looking at it, who's doing it kind of deal. So it's kind of cool. But all right, so who else has an idea? I said I wasn't going to talk the whole time. Shut up, Tina.
I don't really, I'm gonna be honest. My brain between the dive trip, the dog being sick, the snow and ice, I ain't done squat. But some of the things that I caught from World Tour, I really like the Bridal Expo idea.
Okay,
That,
I will tell you one thing straight out. In this neighborhood, Jacinta and I did bridal shows we did what, for almost a year, Jacinta? And it was not, first of all, it's expensive. Like those expos, you're talking a few $100s.
I did one. It was awful.
And so well, we were doing them at the fairgrounds because it's like the largest bridal show here.
Yeah.
We were doing the Forever Bridal
Yeah.
Show. If you're from here, you know what that is. And we paid probably over the course of a year, we probably paid a good, $700, $800 plus our setup. It was a more than 2-day event. So we had to set up 2 days and then break down. And we got nothing from it. The
Really?
brides that came through, because it's not a sales event.
Hmm.
And
Right.
yes, I know they were sharing about scentscaping and all this stuff. The brides don't care. I will tell you straight out. Like I was offering free flower decorating parties for the bride and her bridesmaids. I reached out to people, nothing. People filled out forms,
Yeah.
nothing. Like they
I
just
was
wanted
doing,
free stuff.
yeah, I had different baskets and I said, put in your name for, you know, to win. I had like 6 baskets and like 8 names. So 6 people, God, contacted them out of, oh, well, just give it to someone else. I had two that actually,
The
it
heck?
was awful. And then,
Yeah.
then I would ask, oh, when is your date? That kind of thing. Oh, well, we just kind of got together. I don't know. We're not really, or we're just having this. I did make $10 because someone bought a scent pack, but I had all little things all together because I figured,
Wow.
for centerpieces, but it was just like everyone's just like, no, thing that it was at the Warner Theater, Michelle. So, I
Mhm.
mean, so you've been, but I said never again. I spent like, I don't know, it was like 100 and something for one day. It was the worst thing.
No, it's crazy because so now, and a little bit of background for those of you who don't know, I was in the wedding industry for 15 years. I worked those bridal shows twice a year as a tuxedo shop representative. So I already knew the atmosphere.
Oh, wow.
Jacinta and I went and sat with the bridal show coordinator. That's how we decided that we were in it. They made it sound amazing. And we knew it wasn't a sales place. Like we were not bringing inventory to sell
Right.
because we
Right.
knew that's not what it was for. It was for getting the contact information, putting the idea out there. And we had diffusers going with stuff. We had warmers that would go with a wedding theme. We had all sorts of stuff set up. Our setup was exactly what it needed to be. Maybe if, and we did talk about the scent for your wedding. Have you thought about the scent for your, like, we did a whole bunch of stuff. And it just was not, and even from the tuxedo side, the people only wanted massive discounts for what they're looking for. That's what they're there for. They're there for the big discounts of the wedding venues, the photography, all that stuff. All the rest of it, they didn't really care. If you got them to stop, it was amazing. I think they stopped for the candy. Like,
Gee,
I mean, it was crazy. So while it sounds great, it's really, I don't know where these people are for
right,
them to make
right.
it work that way.
Because they sure made it sound like amazing.
So,
And I think with your history and exactly what you're saying, because we've all seen it, and just say yes to the dress, watch that craziness. But
mhm,
I think any one of us would be wise to just keep that in the back of our mind. And if we know someone who's going to get married, or friends of a friend, even, because there's a little added link to knowing who, maybe it's a friend and their friend announces they're going to get married, you got a little better avenue to possibly get in and offer that up, and
right,
do it that way, on the local scale. Or even if you have any connection with specific venues, not the big high dollar big ones that aren't
right.
going to let
I
anybody
would
play.
definitely say a connection with a venue
Yeah,
or a connection with a coordinator
yeah,
where you can try to put that information out there. I don't like trust me, and I know Jacinta will back me up on that because it was like
yeah,
I think
not
we
worth
both
it.
felt a huge relief when we finally backed out, and I broke the contract with them because I was like, look, we can't keep doing this because it's not like we spent like every week we were getting together to come up with ideas of what we could do and how we timeline, and it just, we didn't get nothing out of it. Like, not
Yeah,
a
I'm with
thing.
I'm with Tina. I think the presentation and the gals that were talking about it and how they really tried to present it was put together and sounded very nice. But
Mhm.
but in reality, I was like, because I guess I've watched too many reality shows and
Right.
things, and just
Well,
be with
when
any.
I was reading the comments that people were doing, they were like, the first person that spoke, they're like, does she even know what she's talking about? But then when the second person, because I was sitting here going, I don't know if she's never done a live or something, but she didn't seem to know what she was really talking about. But then when the second one picked up, she was like, do do do, and I'm sitting here thinking in the back of my mind about that the bridal fair I went to and all the expectations that I thought, because I'm like, as a bride, I would have been like, I want fragrance flowers at every single one of my tables,
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
or I want just this like a doing the scent circle. So when I did the bridal fair, what I did was I found some sort of like thing, and it said like, thank you for being a part of my circle, and then have the scent circle. And I'm like, those would be perfect little things to leave for people, but nobody cared. They're like, oh, we're not even in that planning. We just wanted something free. And I was across the way from the touchstone crystal people. So then everyone's like, oh, look at this. And it was just like, oh, we've already left.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, and that's just it. And that's where, you know, maybe it's a different season, maybe looking at it in a different way, maybe, there's all sorts of things. I would, I don't know, if I were to get married again, I would do it the same way I did it last time, which was $500, justice of the peace, no big shebang. I don't care about nobody. Everybody bring a dish. If anybody's even coming anyway, like I wouldn't spend that much money on a wedding. Like, you
Well,
know,
we didn't either, but they're out there. So I was like, hey,
I
this
mean,
sounds
there are,
pretty
yeah,
good.
trust me, I
you're
know.
right.
I
They
I
are
I
out
did
there, so
them.
It sounds fun.
it's worth just keeping our ears open, our eyes open, and like, who do you know that knows somebody or whatever. And I mean, I just think that's going to be a little easier to present or get into
Yes.
that than any
My
other big thing.
Yeah, my recommendation would be the new Scentsy Solo
Yeah,
when that's available. If you have not gotten one already, get that into venues
yeah,
because that would fragrance somebody's wedding without putting stuff. Because Yeah, fragrance flowers on tables would be beautiful, but one, what are you going to do when they're done? Because transporting them when they're open is not very fun. And two, they don't scent the air as much as people want them to. They're great in a closed little bathroom, but if you put them in a huge place, unless you're sitting on top of it, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. But these solos, I have one
Oh
and
yeah.
it's amazing. So like that would be a great thing. And that's where business to business connections, with real estate agents, small businesses, you know, hair salons, spas, any of those things where you can try to get this. Like my dentist office, I'm working on them. I gave them all candles at the end of the year. I have had a lot of dental work done this past year, a lot more to be done this year. And so I gave them all candles as gifts. And I'm working, they have Glade plugins in their waiting room. So I'm working. I'm working on it to be like, "Hey, would you test this out for me and tell me what you think?" So it's a hard breach to go from a place that you personally do business with to, because if it goes wrong, I don't want to mess up my already relationship that I have with them. So it's like, I don't want to be too pushy because then, you know, it might get weird. And I don't want it to get weird because I really love my dentist. So like, and that's for me is a hard thing. So, but all right, what other ideas we have? What other things?
Well, something I'm about to do, I'm going to work on it tomorrow since my little work schedule's changed. But my biggest thing is getting more customers, growing that customer base. So by doing a challenge slash incentive for referrals from, because I have a pretty good small core group, of
Mhm.
people who've known me for a long time. And it's like this past week or last week, I put out that little Cinderella. Oh no, I've got till midnight. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. I was surprised at the people who jumped up and placed an order that shot
Mhm.
me over being active. So I was like, yay. And so they're getting a little thank you goodie in the mail. Always do that. But
Mhm.
I'm going to reach back out and it's like, okay, because all of them, are people I've known for a long time. They are great customers. They buy all the time. And if I say there's a sale, they're right there on it or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to ask for help further, but in doing it with linked with the party, because one of the gals asked me about that too, where they're going to get incentives and hopefully then I get referrals and help grow my base, and
Mhm.
they're going to get host credits and all that. So because I did what Tina's done is take that picture of here's the map or the picture, yeah, your map. Yeah, you gotta send me a picture of that. I can't find just a plain map.
I just
But
Googled
oh,
blank
okay,
United
well I can do
States
that.
map.
But Tina's the one I'm like, why do I open this box? It's like, ooh, look at all these host rewards, and then I just put it away. It's like, oh no, 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 no,
Me
picture,
too.
picture, picture. Cause so that's what got their attention, and that's what she's like, what? You got all that? What? So
Me too.
that's one thing I'm going to really work on.
So but basing off that, so this map is a representation of all the states I have customers in. So I posted this saying my goal for this year is to have a customer in every state. Will it happen? Who knows? I had also done this before for teammates too. Which states do I have teammates in? Because I want teammates in every state. Will that happen? I don't know if I want teammates in every
Well,
state because that might be
remember,
crazy.
Michelle, you are going on a cruise and you're going to Hawaii, so you can knock off your Hawaii person because they got a lot of scents that are
Maybe,
very
but I'd have to
tropical.
bring stuff with me then. So
Oh, so all right, so when we were talking about the VIP and the whiff box, now you know that I usually hate, and I say usually hate knowing what's in it. Well, I will tell you, I have not got a whiff box in a long time because I didn't like what was in it when I found out, which is early on. This one, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is probably the first time I got a whiff box, I will say, in probably 3 months. So while we were talking, I went into my VIP group and I posted a picture of the whiff box or the one that I had. And then I also sent a message to my to one of my customers that gets a whiff box. I looked, the last time I sent her something was December. I just simply plopped the picture, checked my email, and guess what? She placed an order. an $80 order.
Yeah,
And
That's,
because
I
first I was
mean,
like, oh, I'm like, I wasn't sure if I should be like, oh, Happy New Year, blah, 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 because I kind of, you know, disappeared because my class is rough. I'm teaching preschool again for the first time in 8 years. So we have busy people. Busy, like no lie, busy people. Busy threes, busy fours, fours that are like two, all sorts of chaos. But I figured, let me just plop this picture in. And I did not actually expect her to make a purchase.
I
So,
mean, and that shows you, like, first of all, you're busy, but guess what? So are they.
well,
And
that's
a
the thing.
lot,
I'm like, no
and
one's,
95 of the percent of the people, like, and that's where we have to remember, because there's a lot of people who get uppity with like, oh, people don't reach out to me. Well, did you reach out to them? Because
well, that's the
conversations are a
thing,
two-way
because I
street.
mean,
I mean,
she knows I'm busy, and I know that she's busy. She lives in South Dakota. I'm sure right now we probably have about the equal amount of snow going on there.
right. I mean, and that's just it. And like, I've got stuff in my email that I've meant to go back to 70,000 times,
Oh,
but
you
I,
mean like when they said send a picture and send all your ribbons?
so.
I'm sitting there going, oh God, I forgot to. If I don't do it right
major.
then, I forget.
So, yep, that happens. So, another thing that I'm doing is, asking for the referrals. Referrals are great and having things. And remember, samples can be gifts. They don't have to be a wax bar or anything like that. A little sample pack is a thank you. So, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to promise them the next warmer coming out or anything. Another thing that I did as part of my update, and of course, I'm going on a trip. I'm leaving my house February 18th, and I don't return to my house until March 8th. So I'm going to be gone for a really long time, and I need my business to work itself because I don't know if my brain will let me work on the cruise ship. Sometimes it did, sometimes it wouldn't. The medication that I take is like I don't want to not take it. I was gonna try, but then I was like, man, but what if I'm worse because I don't take it? So like going there. But part of the thing I did on my update is I asked one of my questions that I asked is what do they want more information on? Free Scentsy, free and half price rewards, 20% cashback rebate on they purchase. I had 20 people say they were interested in free and half price rewards. So, and only four of them have actually ever hosted with me. So, what I'm doing, and this is what I've talked with my mentor with, is I'm just going on my website and I'm making every single one of them a link. And then I'm going to send them the link and say, hey, you indicated you were interested in free and half price Scentsy. Here is a link for you to shop when you want to shop. You can earn rewards faster by sharing the link with other people. I'm not asking them to party.
I
I'm
like
just
that.
giving them a free
I,
link. And I'm
I
not
like that.
asking them, do you want one? I'm just giving it to them because if they don't use it, is it any skin off my back? No.
Are you setting it up for 6 months or
I always set it up for at least like 2 or 3 months.
okay?
And then I go back in and edit them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do it for too far in advance, it already puts it on delete anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
because
because
what I've been doing is usually every month I make a party link. Well, I've been now like doing it every couple of months because I just either I'm hoping to build it up because I know now that when they upped the part for the party, that $50 is a lot. Like when you were saying before with becoming active, it seemed that $50 extra in the party for it to qualify is harder to get.
oh, I don't close out a party until it's at least $500.
So now
So
I'm just like letting it go over.
I just change the name and change the date.
Oh,
It'll be
I have my kids pick out the names because you know what? It's going to be 5 years for me in May. I'm running out of names. I
I
really
mean,
am.
I just do online orders, shop here. January orders, shop here. February orders, shop here. And if I'm using the same link, I want to change the month because I don't want people shopping from January's party in April. So that's all I do. And I found just having something simple that says online orders shop here. So many people who aren't connected to a party just pick that one because
Yep.
they know it's
Yep.
mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the one. For all these people, it's just going to say Tammy's reward link, Courtney's reward link. It's not going to say anything fancy, just that. And that's it. If these people use it, great. If they don't, great. But I'm not asking permission. I'm just giving it to them. If they say I don't want this, well, it still lives on my website. I can always change it to my name if you decide you don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with a hostess that doesn't redeem her rewards. I'm not chasing you. I'll give you a deadline. If you don't do it by then, the rewards are mine. Sorry, Scentsy got rid of them. I ain't fighting you.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not, life's too short to be doing that. Like, this is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be miserable. I could go be miserable working at Walmart.
Amen. Amen.
So, I mean, in reality, that's my new mindset. If I can't enjoy what I'm doing, I could go have somebody else schedule me and have consistent income and be miserable there. So, like, I've been totally redoing Michelle because Michelle needs to be redone. So, but other things like reaching out, asking for referrals, definitely. Reward them with a scent circle. $20 gift certificates, $10 gift certificates. I have a gift certificate template when my engagement prizes for my people who do my daily thing in my VIP, it's a $20 gift certificate. If they use it, great. If they don't, I didn't spend any money. And it goes in with their happy mail the next month. I don't even use an extra stamp. It just goes. It's delayed. It'll get there. And I just put on it what it's for. I put a 3-month expiration date on it. I keep track of it in my Google form because if not, I forget what I send people. Because sometimes I send more. Like I just did bingo. That was another great thing. Customer appreciation bingo. I just used a bingo game. Zachary called the numbers. He made me do commercials. It was ridiculous. We did not plan it. And like every time we filled up a little thing, I got a bingo game from Five Below. And every time we filled up the little B, because we were just calling the numbers, we didn't care about what letter it was in. And every time he'd be like, now it's time for your commercial break. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like that was not planned. So I'm like coming up with like, what am I supposed to say to these people
Here's
that are
the
on my
setup.
list? I
Yes.
didn't have nothing with me. Like we were just playing bingo. That's all that I thought it was gonna
You're
be.
like, do you ever know an annoying person that has not read the script? Well, this is
So yeah, it was, I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, my people had a great time. I had 12 people on. So, and these were people that RSVP'd. I made them RSVP. So that, and then they got put through, I use Project Broadcast for everything as well. So like they got sent an automatic message where they had to send me back their bingo numbers, which I kept track of them too, and all of that. And if they weren't on, they weren't in it. Like they had to be live, which is why I paid for Zoom because I couldn't plan on doing a bingo in 40 minutes. Like everybody come back. So,
especially with commercial breaks.
yeah, on top of all that, I was like, dude, like it's ridiculous. So sometimes either Zachary's really good or he's like, I can't wait to be done with this. So it's like ridiculous. But and everybody loves Zachary. So that's the thing. Like, no joke. I was doing mystery boxes and nobody would buy them. Zachary started doing mystery boxes and everybody bought them. Dude, I was coming up with everything. He would pose for pictures. But no joke, people would buy. I'd sell 5, 6, 7 of them because Zachary's mystery box. And I'm like, kidding. So, like, if you have ideas, like, use your significant
Do that
other.
for
If you have
two.
children, do like, no joke. Like, he might come up with the theme, but I came up with all the crap to go in it. Nobody knew that, though. It's just me. And he would hold a picture of it. I got a little pumpkin and apple, and he did pumpkin and apple, for that time. And he just holds a picture of it. And I'm like, and people, 7 boxes sold. I'm like, are you kidding? It's ridiculous, but because they think he did them.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to make a mask of his face and then you
So,
put it up.
I mean,
And
thankfully
you can
he's
hold it up.
so yeah. I mean, the nice thing is he's supportive anyway, so he will happily do any of the stuff. Like he's doing my happy mail while I'm gone.
Aw. That's cool.
So he's like I have to prep it and I have to write on all the envelopes and have everything printed and cut and stuffed and all that, but he's gonna have to make my samples because it won't get here in time. And then he's gonna have to like actually bring them to the mailbox and mail them. So like I'm a little scared, because who knows, but but again, it's extra work that I have to be done. So being prepared and planned out and everything is like super, super duper important.
Well, maybe you could tell your VIPers, oh, so Zachary's helping me send out my mail. Maybe we'll get like a whole bunch of things. He'll be like, oh, he's sending it.
So yeah, be like,
That's
who knows?
true. That's true.
It's crazy. I mean, I got these little golden tickets. I might let them put golden tickets in certain people's envelopes and be like, who knows? I have no idea. I haven't thought that far ahead, but because I've always been a hustler, so trying to think ahead is not in my vocabulary. So I'm trying to change because I'm tired of hustling till the last day of the month. You guys that have been with me for a while, that midnight hour to try to hit numbers was like always a thing, and I'm so burnt out trying to do that. Like I just can't anymore.
Well,
So,
one other thing I'm going to do, because I haven't done it now, I know things are out there. Is I'm going to do a mini fun, and I'm writing a little script only to stay on point and make it humorous, but about the Scentsy Club, because for one, so many fragrances are leaving, so many scents are going, to pinpoint that. But so I'm trying to make it humorous about what Scentsy Club is, and how simple it is, and everything, to be able to do a little commercial about it and
it
remind
would be
people.
so fun is like those commercials, like I see them on some of the I play games. It's Tamara's fault. I play games to make money and it's Tamara's fault. But they have ads and they have these little things where like girls sitting here like this, and then there's another girl, her hair's tied back and they're talking with each other. And like it would be really cool like to have a bar that is retired and everything, be like, oh, you still have that? Well, yes, I do. Oh, how do you get it? Yes, in a conversation back and forth. Like, I don't know how to record it. I don't know how to do it because I'm not that smart. I'm definitely not that tech. I can build a website, but I can't do that crap.
Mhm.
But like, I have no idea how to do it. But and
I
I built a website with a template, so I really didn't build the website. I just you know
Plugged it
pasted
in.
and clicked and whatever,
I
plugged it
can
in,
do
plug
that.
and play. That's it.
You can do
But
that just by doing it yourself, and then you put a hat on. Do it yourself. You put a hat.
yeah, but trying to record it and get the transition right, because I know you can pause your recordings and
Right,
but like
right.
that's what they do is just like, how'd you get that? Well, I had it in my Scentsy Club. What Scentsy Club? Oh, you can always get, and have a conversation. You know how many people would eat that crap up? Like seriously, like I had already told CapCut. I have that downloaded, I think, but I think it was beyond my brain cells. But like everybody who was doing, I think we've talked about it on a Zoom before, where everybody was doing the get ready with me videos, and I'm like, okay, wash my face, put my glasses on, good for the day. Like I really want to do one of those things, but it's just like I
Right,
don't have the guts.
Well,
That's the thing.
right.
Michelle's not smart
so
enough, or nor do I have the guts to do something like that.
I'm,
Well, or
I'm,
is it
yeah.
really short? My niece did that because she was into makeup. She's a hairdresser and all that, and she was like, "Oh, this is going to be a short. Here we go." I timed it because she did a fast zoom with making it go, and what she does and the layers she put on was not fast, and I called her out on it.
Well, it's crazy because but I watch people who do it, who do their whole face and their
Yep.
contouring and all that. And I'm like, first of all, why do people watch this? But it's just like watching people clean their nasty, dirty carpets. Why do I watch it?
I like that one. It's like,
Like,
wow, there's so many layers.
or when they're power washing the freaking driveway. Why am I watching that? But I do.
I
Like,
do.
seriously, like, but that's what we have to come up with, like the attention getting. And then,
Well, no, you know what you could do? I've been thinking I can, well, like I have Abby. And I'd be like, oh, so I'm sitting there when I'm reading what's going to be. I was like, oh, good. I could take this out of my Scentsy Club. I could take this out. My Scentsy Club is only bars, only bars. So I was like, oh, I could take all those out, and then I could put in the ones that like Christmas Cottage, because I always say you never know if it's ever going to come back, even though it claims it's a bestseller. Like when
it's
they got
only
rid of Just
nothing.
Breathe, and then everyone retaliated, and now it's back in there. So I'm just like, you can be like, oh, well, this one might be leaving, or this one. With mine, I've got a lot that I put in last fall, the end of like whatever the season was, spring, summer. So I put a lot of those that are coming back because I didn't know if they were coming back. So now
Hmm.
I could be like, oh, well, we have this one. And then I can have Abby say, hey, blah, 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 blah about the Scentsy Club because she knows a lot about it and she's been doing fairs with
Hmm.
me, working my 8-year-old.
I mean, if you got your kids, use them. Like I'm telling you, like if you can, I'm gonna train my kittens to be able to use them. Zachary wanted us to use Navi for so much, but I'm like, she is not. She is
Navi was
not
like,
gonna cooperate for
no.
nothing. But we might be able to train kittens to be smell testers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But but I do miss having my baby for my all my pictures, like for sure. Like, and I know Teresa, you're right there too. Like all that. But yeah, I mean, you have to have fun with it and you got to try to think outside the box and like seeing things that people do. Like, if you're into doing reels, I don't do reels. Like if you see a reel, it was an accident. Like I don't, it just me and all of that just doesn't either, something just doesn't work. Very once in a while, I get it and I approve of it and I let it go. I really need a whole class on how do you do this crap because I
Oh, I
really just
saw one
don't
of the Spark
don't
sessions
know.
is using Instagram. So I had gotten an Instagram account. I never really wanted one, but one of the teachers at school was like, "Hey, I'm sending you all these, or I should totally send you all these things." So I get all these teacher things and whatnot about how students are totally like crazy and teachers need to do other things. So I was like, fine. So I did an Instagram, but I have no idea how to use it. I'm like,
Yeah, Instagram's way better. I have Instagram linked with Facebook and they post on each other. Instagram has their
Yeah, I
stories are
I
better
set it
and all
up to
that
do
stuff.
that, but I'm
Like,
like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm stupid. I have no idea how to use Instagram. I'm like, I have a freaking master's degree and it seems really hard for me. So I saw that you have the Spark session. So I'm like, oh, this is really great. So I'm gonna attempt to do that because I haven't done anything on Instagram with,
try to do that or seriously just YouTube stuff
well, see,
because
I'm like my little window, like during nap time, if everyone's sleeping, I get a lot of my viewing of watching carpets and watching Big
so
Bang
yeah, there'll be a
Theory
there'll be
and
a lot of trainings on you for on Instagram on YouTube, which might
Mhm.
actually be more helpful for the tech side of it because the Scentsy Sparks is just going to be other Scentsy consultants telling you how they use it.
Oh, well, I don't know. I've never done a Spark session because I don't know what the time frame is. I mean, I've looked before and usually a lot of this stuff is not a time frame I could do. So,
So
And
yeah,
actually, with the Spark sessions, I mean, I have been on some that are excellent, but I've also been on some that the poor instructor who's trying to lead that, can't get anyone to make a comment about anything, and she's like pulling teeth out. So some of them are good, some of them are not
well,
so good.
I'm hoping even if Instagram doesn't help me necessarily with Scentsy, maybe it helps me understand it itself because I'm like I'm like I don't know what it is. I
I
really don't.
mean, really just push buttons.
I
I
need a.
mean,
Anybody got a skeleton?
I don't have a skeleton,
Damn it.
sorry.
My daughter has one, but she's far away because, that could be my other person. Dress him up. I don't have a mannequin anymore.
There you go.
How
I used
about
to have
how
a
about
mannequin.
well, I would say how about a doll? Like I'm trying to think what else I've got. How about a Scentsy buddy? You could do with a
Oh,
Scentsy buddy.
yeah, yeah. I've got some. Oh, good
And
idea,
then you
Amy.
can give the
Okay.
Scentsy buddy like a male voice. Hey, what about
Yeah,
Scentsy
I can
Club?
do
I
that
don't
and
know
show my
about Scentsy
voice.
Club.
I can do that. Oh, I've got the Poppy from the Trolls. She would be funny.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
And Tamara said,
this is gonna go crazy now.
yeah, I can't wait, tag me. So I and Tamara said if anybody has Instagram questions, she can try to help you as well. So Tamara's gonna come spend a week at my house and show me how to
Okay, I'll
use
come over.
Instagram.
All right, fine.
So
Party in March.
so yeah, you ain't kidding. So but yeah, definitely like try to brainstorm it if you come up with anything. If you're in our team chat, just drop a thing in there and sometimes it just takes talking it out to come up with an idea of how can you make something work or how can you do something? And really it's just showing um Tamara and I don't know if she got this from me, so I'm not going to take complete credit for it, but we did a one-on-one call last month. And since then, I noticed Tamara's been spotlighting a warmer
I
on her
did
Facebook
see
page
that.
every single day. And let me tell you, there have been so many times that I've stopped and I've been like, oh, it's Tamara. Oh, I need that. Like she has caught my attention so many times just from her placement of her real life pictures that you can find real life pictures anywhere. If it's on Instagram, as long as it doesn't have people's family, children, whatever in it, it's free game to me. If you, I mean, like I try to take ones that aren't very personalized, but wherever she's getting her pictures from, and I'm sure she can chime in if her children will allow her to. But that's just the thing is every single day sharing that stuff. Like I have a Facebook business page that's been doing nothing, so I've been trying to share stuff on it every day. Um, it only has 10 followers, but eventually it might have 12, so all of that. But oh, Tamara's got kids in bed. Is it that late? Oh, it's only 8. So, but but yeah, but that's the attention. And the more you post, the better your algorithm gets. I schedule a good morning post every single day on my main Facebook page. Like I am not up at 7:30 in the morning conscious enough to make a post. Like those are scheduled a week in advance. Like so sometimes I have to guess what's going to happen like like but but it gives a conversation and they're always coffee based so it's super easy anyway. But it's what I'm known for. It's what people are getting it for and it's just a good morning wake up my Facebook. Because if you start off the day with Scentsy, I noticed many people don't really they go in it. My most posts are my most followed posts are either trips, the cat, or when Zachary was sick. When all the medical stuff, people for some reason flock over medical stuff. So don't, I'm not saying share every time you cut your finger or whatever, because, but for some reason, like people like real life stuff. Post food. For some reason, people love food. Like if you're trying a new candy bar, share about it. For some reason, people like that crap. I don't like one of the girls I talk with, she was sharing all these baked goods she was getting. Like she would do a story taste testing. I'm like, I am not going to let people watch. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But people love that crap. Like, I don't know why, but it just people food, coffee, things that people share about, like and all that. But like getting into, we have so many warmers. You could take the discontinued list and share every single scent on it and have content for the entire month. Probably have to share 2 scents a day because there's that. The warmer, you could share a warmer every single day. You could share a product every single day and then double share, triple share because you want to make certain people see it. And you know, scrolling time before people go into work, lunchtime, when people are waiting to get out of work, not after 5 o'clock, before 5 o'clock, because they're waiting to get out of work, and then bedtime. So, you know, and scheduling, Tamara and her VIP and her personal page, like scheduling is your best friend. And then just remember to go back and engage in your posts because you don't want to post and never go back to it and all of that. Just, come up with can't tell you how many times I say good morning to the same people every single like good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's like, okay, how many times can I say the same thing over and over? So, you know, yeah, I mean, and just change stuff up. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Still share it because who knows, somebody else might like it. You never know what you're gonna get from other people. And like I have to let my refrigerator get filthy enough so that I'm willing to take pictures of it. But Scentsy swipes are amazing for stainless steel. There's always people looking for stainless steel cleaners that make it good. Scentsy swipes, man, I figured out the secret. You got to leave it sudsy looking, and then it clears and it's beautiful.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, because I was like, I've been trying to use counter clean on it. It didn't look good, like everything. And I have windows right across from my stainless steel refrigerator. So like when it looks horrible, it looks horrible. And I was like, And then I was on leadership, and Orville said our Scentsy swipes are the best thing for stainless steel. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, tell me how. Like, I don't believe you. And I tried them. I talked to my friend Amber, and she's like, yeah, the trick is you have to let them stay sudsy, and then they clear. If you keep wiping, you make it worse. And it's the
Oh,
same
wow.
thing with windows. If you use them on windows, you keep them looking, you got to stay in a pattern. You can't swirl it in every 700 directions, but you leave it looking sudsy and then it clears. She uses them on mirrors and windows and stuff. So like content like that, if we're watching people clean nasty carpets, but I don't want to admit my house looks like that. That's the thing. Like it's one thing, like, yeah, look at my bathtub. No, it's not normally like I let this get this way for you. Like I can't. And then what if it doesn't clean? Then you look like an idiot. So like you don't have to do it live. You could do a video and then share the video if it works. But like,
I clean people's houses and they don't follow me on social media.
I'm telling you,
And I
like
take product with me. I do because
I'm
they have
telling you.
crap. It's
It's
like
like it's crazy when we had Navi and she was sick and she would get sick in the middle of carpet or whatever. I never like I'm like, well, I don't want to clean this, but it's like, man, like that bathroom cleaner
yep,
cleans up messes
yep,
on carpets like nothing, but like you got to show it to people,
yep.
but it's like,
Well,
yeah,
and
my
people
cat
look at
pukes
it.
here, look,
Yeah, people look at it, they're like, ew, but they look at it. It's like,
it's
okay.
it's crazy. And that's just the thing. It's like, and like you said, you clean other people's houses. It doesn't have to be your house.
And they don't follow, they don't know they have no idea.
That's right. So like I don't
I
know
got
if
a
I'll share my
question.
bathroom, but you know.
I got a question. I saw somebody's post and I'm just curious. When you go on the website, any one of us is ordering and they look, and if you subscribe to an email, you get 10% coupon, right?
Oh, I got a coupon, but I've never used it.
Well,
I got
well,
it
I've
was ten
seen it's
dollars
on
off,
the
I
web.
think.
It's on the Scentsy web page. However, I just saw a post earlier today where a consultant put it on their own pages if they created it, and it's like, hey, if you want me to send you this coupon, drop me your email.
Yes. So there is a catch. They
Yeah,
have to have never shopped with you before.
right. But
It
you
has
can
to.
promote that like that instead of
Yep.
doing it. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Because I saw that and went, really? Hmm.
Yep. But you do have to put a disclaimer because if they've been a regular shopper with you, unless they have
Yeah.
a different email, they're not going to get a $10 off your $75 purchase coupon.
Yeah, it did say for your first purchase. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if it's somebody like me, I've been doing this for almost 8 years. Like a lot of my people, they ain't gonna get that coupon unless they make a fake email, which Google has fake emails. So like you can make a Google email and get it and then get rid of it. Like, hello.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know.
All right, so I got this email. This is obviously back in December. It says, "Here's your coupon code for completing our Whiffbox survey.
Uh-huh.
With this code, you get $10 off your next purchase of 50 or more on your consultant website. This one-time code doesn't expire." And then they gave me the coupon code. So
Yep.
when obviously I forgot about it. When you check out, does it have a spot for the coupon
You
code?
have to do it on your website,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
on your
on my
workstation.
actual, so like, okay,
Yeah.
so not in work,
Yeah, it will not work in workstation. You have to do it on your website, which sucks because I don't ever use my website ever.
well,
So,
because I use my website most of the time when to get the licensed products.
so no, I only use my website for flash sales or if I'm gonna shop the subscriber exclusive stuff, that's it. Other than that, I always use my workstation. Always. So that was a little bit of a change. I think I deleted a coupon by accident.
So is this something new? Because I don't remember
So
ever.
they did it 1 month as part of a whiff box thing to try to get
Mhm.
feedback back on the whiff box. So
Okay, well,
that
because
was
I'm like, I don't know. December was a long time ago.
so
It was
yeah, I
last
mean
year.
and you only got it if you answered the survey, so you must have answered the survey.
I must have done it. I mean, I figure I always pretty much got whiff boxes.
So yeah, I don't remember if it was November's whiff box or December's whiff box, but after the whiff box shipped to you, they sent you an email.
Huh.
And if you answered it, so,
Didn't know that.
so,
And I
but,
did, and all of that talking about it made me remember.
so, Yep.
Man, I
That's
couldn't.
just like when you send gift certificates to your customers, 95% of the forget them, and I don't remind them. Ain't nobody reminded me to use my gift certificates. I still have one for Texas Roadhouse or Steakhouse or whatever it's called from like 7 years ago. It still works, but I just by the time we remember and go there, it's like, oh, they're not open for lunch. They're only open for dinner. Well, I don't want to have dinner. I want to have lunch. Like
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
had
Yeah.
one. I had a one for like a long time, and I, I sold it to my mother because I said, "You have
So,
an Outback. We don't."
so
There you go.
this might become a gift for somebody. I don't know.
There you go.
You're
Why
like,
not?
here you go. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. And that's just it. I don't remind my customers, like, it's up to you. Like, I can only do so much.
Yep.
Like, if
Now,
you want me to
did
remind you, just
they?
give me your credit card.
So they didn't do a whiff bot. It was just for consultants. Well, I mean,
Nope, customers got it too.
oh, really?
Hmm.
I
But it
wonder.
had to get through their email. So, like, if you ordered whiff boxes for your customers, but they're under your email, then
Oh,
they
pfft,
wouldn't have gotten them.
I don't do. My customers know now that I don't do any pre-orders because I'm not home. Any drops that are at 1, I'm working. Well,
So,
I'm working during nap time.
I mean, that's the joy of being able to do what you and your customers will adapt. I
Hmm.
mean, that's just it. Like,
Right.
I'm charging my customers shipping now because somebody's got to pay it.
Hmm.
Like,
Well,
you know,
it's just it for me a lot of because everybody is pretty much all of my customers are out of state unless I'm seeing and meeting them at fairs that are local. I'm like, it's easier for them to just buy it off the website. And if anything, depending on who it is, I will reimburse them the shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's easy to do.
Yep. No, I mean, and that's just it. You have to work it the way that works for you
Yep.
because it is your business.
But I'm with you,
So,
Michelle. I've had, a couple months in a row where people, who knows what they do with their Happy Meal, and that little ticket's in there, and no
mhm.
one claims the winning ticket. Even doing once, I did a second chance when no one claimed. It's like,
Well,
well,
Yeah.
that's I kind of
okay,
stopped the Happy Mail one because it wasn't I didn't have the time to devote to it like I did before. And two, most like let's say I was sending out 50 things, I'd get like the same 2 people. So I'm like, well, why am I going to waste my stamp and my time because to have 2 people do it? I figure if they know they know where I am, they know who I am, they're in my VIP group if they want to reach out, or most of the people in my VIP group I do know. So they know where to find me.
Yeah.
right.
I
But I
mean,
mean, they would win if they had the winning ticket, and then everyone's like, I don't know where my ticket is. So
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
not my problem that you
yeah,
can't handle a ticket.
put
Right.
that little ticket on, tape it somewhere,
I mean, I
tape it
Right.
told
on
people
your
take a
right.
picture of it with your phone.
Yeah,
I
Right.
didn't say you had to
exactly.
have the ticket. I just
Yeah,
said you had to know
exactly.
that you had the number.
Yeah, take a
And
picture
and
of
I
it.
had and I had people ask me, well, do you know who has the numbers? If I knew who had the numbers, what defeats the whole purpose?
Yeah, I
Right.
don't I don't go to that length
I might
either.
as well
No.
just put your name in a hat and just draw it out of the
Yeah,
hat.
that's
Like,
right. That's right.
I mean
I quit doing the tickets for smell mail. I'm still doing the participation right now, but I'm about to end it too because I've got two or three that haven't used it. So I'm like, okay, if y'all aren't going to use it, it's not helping me with anything. So why am I doing this? Like,
Right.
I've had
so
a few
but
place an order, but
do people comment on your posts?
they do comment. It's the same ones over and over, but
So,
yes,
I mean,
they're
who cares? Because in all honesty, the engagement is
right.
what keeps your VIP page showing
Yeah.
Yeah,
to the people
Yeah.
that are in it. It's worth it for that.
right.
And if you're giving, that's why I stopped giving product. Like a lot of time,
Yeah.
it all depends on what month I'm in and how I'm doing. If I'm doing great, I was sending people whiff boxes. Like, boom,
Yeah,
it's
I've
PRV,
started
it's whiff
doing,
box. But if I'm broke, like this
yeah,
month, I'm
yeah.
broke. Last month, I was broke. The month before, I was broke. Next month, I'll probably be broke too. So I'm sending gift certificates in their Happy Mail. It's a
I've
piece of
changed
paper. And
mine.
if they use it, great. And if it's $10 or $20, so they're saving on their shipping and they're getting 20, people eat up $20 and they have to
Yeah,
redeem it through me anyway.
yeah,
So they get it when I place my order. Like I'm not going out of the way to do it.
right.
and all that. Like
Yeah, I
I don't
changed.
reimburse people because
Right.
95% of the time I'm using hostess rewards to cover that
Hmm.
stuff.
Yep.
So, because I always have parties, as soon as they hit $500, I open another one. Or I have 3 or 4 parties in my name and I just rotate which ones I share. Because you never know. I just did a fundraiser for a school. I had 3 parties for that. Closed out all those suckers last month, but with that double half price rewards, and it's how I got my cleaning buckets and Valentine's Day stuff and everything. But, I've been stocking parties because I knew spring stuff was coming. So trying to be prepared
Well,
because,
that's why I continued mine because I said, you know what? It's not worth you doing it when the products are going to be leaving. I can save up and get new products.
yeah. I mean, that's just it. I mean, it's great to share about the stuff that can get clubbed, but and then the stuff like definitely focus on the new releases as they come out and focus on the discontinued list because darn well how many of you guys reach out to me, so and so's looking for this. Do you have this? Somebody wants this. Can you get this? Can you
Oh
get
gosh, it'd be like, where's this go? I looked, I can't
so
find it.
yeah,
Dude, where
and
are you people?
I don't look for things for other people. If they're gone, they're gone.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah. No kidding.
you gotta be a high dollar customer for me to go source something for you.
Well, see, and most of the things that people are looking for are things that either I don't even know what they are. And oh, speaking of that, the Bring Back My Bar, how are they doing that?
We don't know. They
Okay, all
haven't
right, because I
announced it.
wasn't sure if I missed something because
It'll be in May, I think. They haven't told us how they're doing it.
okay,
So
because we were religiously voting and we wanted the stupid cars to come back because Lucas found out that he liked it after it left. And
so
I was trying to find bars. I did find some on Macari because I didn't know if I could ever find it. Then they had it in voting. So every day I was like five, five, five. I'm like, all right, doing it because we wanted that one. And then he's like, oh, well, what won? I said, I don't know.
they
And
haven't
then I
even
thought it
announced
was
it.
coming in February and
I might have a Cars one. It might be sweaty, but if you want it, I'll send it to you.
you
All
know,
right.
right, most of mine ended up being
What is everyone's top two favorites that they have in their club?
I have whipped lavender vanilla or whipped
Okay.
vanilla lavender, and that never came back. I have that one and I have the Aladdin one. I've had that in there since July of 2021 when I first opened up my Scentsy Club.
Wow. Tina, what about you?
My top one is probably Waves and Wonders. And then I've got I've got a few. I've got a few that have never come back.
Right.
So, but I've got like the Mardi Gras, I've got King Cake and Midnight Masquerade.
Whew.
I really like Midnight Masquerade.
Girl, I
I
should
like
send
that
you
one.
mine. Whew.
I
Go
see.
ahead if you want
Whew.
them. Go ahead.
And Tamara's like, she's got Lucky in Love. That is a good one. And Jack's Obsession, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Jack's
That one,
Obsession was amazing.
I
Like
like
I
that
Really?
love
Well,
one.
I,
That's
I,
the that's the
I
one that Abby said smelled like swamp water.
oh,
I did. This was when Abby was, she was probably about 4 when I did it, and I did a live in our in our group, and I had Abby smell all of these things, and she smelled this, and she goes, "Smells like swamp water," and I
swamp
said,
water.
"Dude, I'm like, you don't even know what swamp water smells like." And
Hey, the
I'm
minute
sitting there, and then I told her, I said, "It's like apple and something
Yeah,
else."
but you know what? The minute it was released, I put it in my club, and that's Luke's Diner because I love the coffee. I
Yeah.
love Luke's Diner, but I've got a lilac one in there too because I love lilacs. But
lilacs and violets.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
coming back.
lilacs
I
and
saw.
violets. But that Luke's Diner, it'll be in there till the cows come home.
Yeah, I surprise myself with some of the scents in my club. So I have Taj Mahal in there and I
I have
have
2 of those.
Moon Orchid in there
Mm,
and White Peach and Cranberry will go in
I
there.
do. I have
Yeah.
that.
right?
And
I have
Velvet
to put that
Moon,
back
I
in
think,
there.
is in there.
I had
If
the sweet.
not, like Zachary had a club and then he canceled it on me. So I still feel kind of some way about that. But so there's that. But I try, like I have Heirloom Rose in there and I want to take it out because I don't like heirloom rose.
Yeah, I don't like
That's
rose.
what you know what I
But
did when
I
they,
had it in there because that was grandma's scent.
hmm
But I don't think I would ever use it. But I had it in there for grandma because that was the only scent she would use. And it's like, so now I kind of like, I already have, I don't know how many bars, but like, I don't like it. So I think I'm going to take that one out and
Take that
just
one
save
out.
the bars that I have. And
well,
then like I
Yeah.
have marshmallow mint cocoa is in there because
Yeah,
one of my
that's good
customers
too.
is obsessed with that bar. Um, but I try really hard not to fall in love with scents because if you do, then you're
then
not
your
going to
Scentsy
use
Club is
anything else.
5,000 bars that you fall in love with.
So,
Well, I rotate.
so
I do rotate mine, other than the lilacs and the coffee, the Luke's Diner. Those are the only two that stay. The others come and go. Yep.
When we
But
when they had that whole list of things, I put a whole bunch on there that I never put in. So then when I said, okay, because mine processes every 3 months. So January, I was like, okay, let's smell all of these that I put in there so then I can eliminate what I don't want. So I used to have Minions bananas, but then I know that come March, it's gone. And I'm sitting here smelling it go, I really don't like this one as much as I
yeah.
thought I did. So I was like, let me eliminate that. But now that we have this list, I was like, great. I'm like, what one of these stupid scents that I'm going to have to, you know,
yeah,
put.
well, and your scents change. So I mean, and that's the thing is like what you liked before, like some of the stuff I'm liking now, like the stupid pink peony and pear, that is so not a Michelle scent, but it was really good.
Well, like I didn't
Like,
like cocoa. I figured I'm not gonna like cocoa and cocoa cashmere, and I love it.
so yeah, it's just crazy because I'm just like, why is my nose getting all florally liking now? Like that's just ridiculous.
The
Like,
Starburst Sky, I saw Star. So I tried to bring Scentsy into the classroom because we have a kid that's not potty trained, and when he blows up the room, it smells nasty. Well, I was told that I can't have it in there per the state. So what I did was I brought in hand soap and I stick it into there so that the teachers get to use Scentsy hand soap. So we had a consultant in today and she's just like, "Where's your soap?" I'm like, "Oh, hold on a minute." And it was Starburst Sky. And she's just like, "Oh my gosh, this smells like a drink." I'm like, I don't really think it smells like a tropical drink, but she's like, "This is so great." And I was just like, "Oh, well, just she's coming back on Friday, so I'm going to be giving her a some sort of soap." So I'm
so
like, I
no.
don't get to put it in as much as I'd like to, but I'm like, because it smelled so really nice in there. I'm like,
So nope, it works. But that's just the main thing is we just got to figure out what works and try new things. And remember, you can't just try it once and say it doesn't work. It does take a few months to see if the work we're doing now is what's going to help set up our fall. Like, I've
well,
said that
but
over
see,
and over again.
what's really nice is now that we have a year-long catalog that, you don't have to worry about, okay, if I go on vacation in summertime and I'm not going to be here for a transition, there is no transition. You've got like something like cinnamon bear, if that's usually a fall scent, well, guess what? It's here. You can transition all year round into the fall.
So,
As I look outside and see only white. No leaves, just white.
We had a
so
lot of melting today, and I'm glad, because this morning the road was quite ugly.
Oh, ready? Saturday for us is supposed to be -25
Oh,
when you wake up in I live in Connecticut. It has
I mean, that's
never,
your own fault right there, Amy.
dude, I can't help it. I cannot help, but I live on a lake. It's
Yeah.
frozen now, and people do
ooh,
go ice fishing.
mm-mm,
Well, maybe
mm.
not so much now because every morning it's like negative whatever. So tomorrow when I drive my son to school, last week it was -9 at 7 o'clock in the morning. The first thing that goes is your boogers get really frozen. But I used to work in the cafeteria, so it's like being in the freezer.
Yeah.
Good night.
As my oldest daughter is about an hour north of Chicago, and she's like, it was 10 below when they had to leave for an event on the weekend, and she goes, my nose hairs froze, you know?
It's the first thing. That's how you
Hey,
know
goodness.
it's cold.
And
And
Tamara's over here jealous that your
what's
kids are
funny,
going to school.
And what's funny is my youngest daughter and her husband live in Mexico. So it's like, okay, it's like, okay, let's see what season is it of where I'm going to go visit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, 40 degrees today felt amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Let
it
me
did.
tell you.
Oh,
Let me tell you.
I had
I was just
it
like,
was
huh.
28. It's 28. One of these days I might actually be able to use my windshield fluid without it having to freeze.
Oh my
It
God.
shouldn't freeze. Windshield fluid isn't supposed
It's
to
not
freeze.
supposed to unless you have the really cheap stuff in.
Yeah, that's not supposed to freeze.
Well, I don't know. I just remember way back in the day that it did, so now I'm paranoid to ever try it because I need to be able to see driving.
Mm, y'all better than I am.
Nope. All right, ladies. Well,
All
it was
right.
good to see your faces.
Yes, thank you all.
Um,
Thank you for doing this, Michelle.
so
Yes.
yes, and just keep staying focused, share stuff on the team page. Tamara has been working really hard on trying to get albums up on the team page, so try to make certain we're using the resources that she's putting together because it
Yay.
is a
Thank you,
work of
Tamara.
love in between all of her children and cats and everything else that she's doing. Like it's definitely a huge ordeal and she's doing it and everything else. So, and we're just trying to work on it and do the things. And I'm here. If you need me, you know where to get in touch with me. Like, I'm trying to focus on rebuilding myself too. So it's not,
We
I'm
got
not
two
like,
weeks longer. Ladies,
I'm not,
we have
I know
2 weeks.
2 weeks from tomorrow and then I'm gone. It's like, geez Louise. And like, I haven't even done, like, I got to shop for Zachary. I've got to, make a packing list.